Ladies and gentlemen, the show will commence in 5 minutes. While you are waiting, please hit the like button and share the video link.
Please like and leave a comment, and share this video.
Only 3 minutes until the start. Only 2 minutes until the start.
Please like and subscribe to this channel today, and don't forget to share it and hit that thumbs up. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the awesomeness is about to start in 1 minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin. Grab a drink and a snack, sit down and enjoy watching the show. Don't forget to comment, like the video, and share it to others.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining in. Live show 37 with myself and Dr. Doolittle, Duke.
Yeah, Dr. Doolittle.
Yeah, how's the zoo?
Oh, no, not bad. We're moving animals outside because it's starting to get warm, but
And you got bitten.
yeah, I got bit by a rat.
You dirty rats.
Yeah, dirty rat, and I got scratched by a cat. Little one, not a panther. So they have a puma there that is,
You gonna be? Are they radioactive? Are you gonna grow?
Yeah, he was
superpowers.
He was used in a nuclear experiments. That rat that bit me. But
Okay.
yeah, I hope I'm going to be all right. But we haven't moved porcupines outside yet. I actually don't know how they're going to do that. I think I might have mentioned that last time.
I moved a porcupine here once. It was it fell in a hole full of water, and it was like,
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just saw it as I was taking
Oh,
some
because
video.
it was kind of
Wandering and fell in the hole, and I went and got some gardening gloves, thick ones. I just picked it out and let it go.
If their quills are like back, I guess, and you can grab them so they don't stick them out. But a lot of time they flex them, and it's like a peacock. And I today I was looking at one. Its back was towards me, and it flexed its quills way out, and I was thinking, wow, that's kind of nifty looking. Wish I had a camera on that one.
Okay. So.
Yeah. Wow. What?
Armageddon alert. Beep, beep,
yeah.
beep, beep, beep.
Let's. Yeah. That's. I tell you. Some of this stuff is just incredible. It's like.
So we did discuss last show that Israel had hit the consulate. Yes.
Oh, that was on last show.
I think it was the last show, was it?
I don't. Was that really?
Yeah, it was the last show. Yeah.
Because something happened last show.
And we're waiting for Iran to do something.
Oh, well, they said 48 hours. It's been 48 hours.
Yeah, some people say after Ramadan.
Yeah, but it's like, wow, I tell you, this is, probably after Ramadan. I don't know who said 48 hours. So, yeah, but both Israel.
Probably the U.S.
Yeah, or maybe, if you're not there, they say somebody like maybe from Iran said it. You don't know if they said it or not. That's what's tricky about doing this kind of stuff. You read something and it somewhere, or even you hear something like, look at the stuff coming out of the U.S. We'll even be talking about that. Maria Zakharova's got something to say about what the U.S. said and their hoaxes. So that's, we had to put that one on. So we'll talk about that. But anyway, both Israel and the United States are on very high alert. Of course, so is Iran. And they're expecting Iran to strike back. The empire strikes back. In Israel, all service members, their leaves are canceled. Air defense reservists are all called to active duty. So if you left the military, well, you're right back in again if you were air defense. And I think GPS has been blocked in Israel. Iran has its services on full alert, of course. And it's been determined, by a lot of experts that Iran must respond. They must respond to the attack to create a deterrence, or Iran's assets may become like Syria's, where, as we all watch, Israel just attacks Syria whenever they want to. They attack Damascus, and they've been doing that for years and years. And, of course, they're right next door to Israel. And
well, the people in Israel, if you have a look, are panic buying. If you have a look at this video.
מאחוריי של אנשים שמגיעים לקנות בכל זאת
But as
יום
you see, everybody's
חמישי
panic buying.
ושישי שבת
Yeah,
וגם
getting
מתכוננים
food.
לחגים, אבל עדיין
It's
לא
like a
נרשמה
pandemic.
פעילות חריגה, למעט צריך לומר מים מינרליים וגם נייר טואלט או מוצרים יבשים בסיסיים. נמצאת איתנו
Must be getting
אחת
toilet paper.
מהלקוחות
Yeah,
כאן
I can
בסופר.
imagine.
אריאלה, נכון? את נערכת לקניות, לבעלה או לחג?
היסטור, עם סוללות, קניתי מים, קניתי את הדיור.
Sounds like
אז
Italian.
בעיקר
מפחיד. הם פתאום הרגיעו אותנו, אמרו לא, אל תקנו כלום.
Yeah, so anyway, everybody's panic buying there, as you can see. And
So that's Hebrew. It sounds like a mix between Dutch and Italian.
yeah.
Cha. It's like in Dutch.
אז כמו ששמעת, כן, דובר צה"ל בסופו של דבר מנסה לתת צפירת הרגעה לציבור הישראלי שכן מגיע.
Hebrew. Did I say Hindu?
No, you said Hebrew.
Okay, good. Getting a little bit of Biden-y once in a while, so
Biden, I've got a good Biden one later.
Yeah. There's always good ones of Biden. You know, I saw I don't know. It's not that one because I saw one where he's talking and he has people waiting to clap even though they didn't understand what he said.
Do you want the Biden one now? Just to digress slightly.
All right, it's probably not the one that I saw and I was thinking about.
It's an amusing.
He's talking and nobody could understand what he said, but they clapped anyway.
Wow, this will help you if you just hang on.
Gosh.
Hang on. We'll do some. Ready?
Yeah.
How to speak Bidenese.
Nexnal Srent, Badakefker, my boss been wet, Palmas, Truinder Dash Dubba Depressure. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today I am going to teach you how to speak Bidenese. I'm going to teach you a few words and then we'll get the proper pronunciation and context from the master himself, President Joe Biden. The first word I'm going to teach you today is Nexnal Srent. Nexnal Srent. President Biden will now demonstrate this word for us.
Donald Trump does pose an extra threat to this. It's not hypothetical.
It's not hypothetical. Next, no strength. Okay, the next word we've got is Badakefker. Badakefker. Say it. Try it. Badakefker. President Biden.
Barack and I think it's a right for people to have Badakefker.
Next, my butt's been wet. Now, a common error on this one is people put the stress on the wrong syllable. It's not my bus been wet. It's not my bus been wet. It's my bus been wet. Say it. My bus been wet.
My bus been wet.
Next, we have a word that's much simpler. Palmist. Palmist. Can you say palmist?
So do you read
President Biden? Palmist.
And if we do, and I'm sure we can proclaim the palmist, with the palmist who wrote these following words.
All right, now that you've got 4 words,
he actually meant that.
We're going to move on to a really complex Bidenese word.
The
Do you think you're ready for it? You're going to really have to pay attention here. This is sort of advanced level Bidenese.
4th year Bidenese.
Very long word.
4th year.
Okay? This is what it is. It's a very long word. Are you ready? Truinder dash dubba depressure. Truinder dash dubba depressure. One word. One word.
Truinder dash dubba
Truinder dash dubba depressure. Say it a little more quickly. Truinder dash dubba depressure. Truinder dash dubba depressure.
Truinder pass.
President Biden, go.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize Truinder dash dubba depressure.
Truinder dash dubba depressure. You guys did fantastic. You learned 5 new words in a new language.
And
now you know more Bidenese than you knew yesterday. What can I do but leave President Biden with the last word?
So I'm going to say something outrageous. I have never been particularly poor at calculating how to get things done in the United States Senate. So the best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway, we're going to get a lot. I got hairy legs.
Prekt, Fragifice, Dedosi Reshek, Kamana, Bipar, Sinfuna Lakshana Gamich, Azafudima,
Sinfula Lakshana Gamich.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to How to Speak Bidenese Volume 2.
Wow.
Let's jump in and start with something simple. 1 syllable, Prekt, as in, I would go to the Niners game, but we live in San Francisco and I need to stay home to prect my family. Now, let's see Joe use this in context.
God bless you all, and may God protect our troops.
Wow. I never thought to use it that way. All right, for this
Protect.
next one, we're going to the other side of the
Yeah, I
spectrum.
thought so.
We started with 1
I
syllable.
didn't think
This
it
one,
was,
I don't
where
even
you
know how many
undo your
R's,
pants
kind
and
of
you
fuzzy.
do something to the troops.
Coming out. Dedo si reshek coming out. You got to see this in context to understand what Joe was talking about.
A recession's coming. Even Wall Street today said they don't see a recession coming now.
You know, when he puts it in simple terms like that, it just makes me feel so good about the economy. I think that had to do with the economy. This next one is a personal favorite of mine. I use it all the time with kids. Fraggy-fice. Fraggy-fice, as in
Sounds funny.
Disney buying that franchise turned it into a real Fraggy-fice.
The most diverse fighting fight.
Now, we haven't focused much on proper nouns, but I have a couple here I want to share with you. First is a doozy. You may want to practice it a few times before using it publicly in, like, say, a toast or a eulogy. Bipar sinfuna lakshana gamwich. Bipar sinfuna lakshana gamwich. Now let's see Joe Biden deliver this at full speed like a master.
When I signed the bipartisan infrastructure again, which
This next one is great because it's just so
How can he do
patriotic,
this
but
stuff?
also has a very unique ending. It ends with a syllable that is just simply one consonant, a W, and you have to pronounce it as wo. So the word is azafudima footy foot wo.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was the
I mean, that's just brilliant.
That's when he said the foot of the Himalayas or something.
And specifically, a traditional Bidenese pronunciation. The name is Joan Shingang Shu Shimwins were Pasfa Shang Aka Kawawa. Again, that pause is deliberate. It's a part of Bidenese, something that you don't even realize, but long pauses make different meanings in these words. So let me say it one more time. Joan Shingang Shu Shimwins were Pasfa Shing Aka Kawawa. Now watch this. This is a masterclass.
The group included groundbreaking Asian Americans like Vera Wang and Joan Shingang Shanga Kawawa. I think I pronounced it correctly.
And Corn Pop was a bad dude.
There you go.
They always talk about Corn Pop.
So back. Sorry to interrupt you. There you go.
Yeah, no problem. That was entertaining, I guess I would say. Instructional. That was instructional.
See, and you wanted to go and learn Russian.
Yeah, this fika, FISA fika, what he said for children, you know. But yeah, you can also, gosh, I don't know. But now it's hard to turn to what's going on in Israel after having a fun session learning Bidenese. Yeah, well, let's concentrate then. Yeah, this whatever's going on there in Israel, you know, you could all say we all been watching this, and you know that it's more than anything. It's like a war against children. Like I was even saying, last year was a war. 2023 is the year of the war against children or something. But it's continuing now, as you noticed. That was this Gaza stuff was not going in those days.
I thought you were going to speak Bidenese, huh?
Yeah. I'll try to sometime. I mean, I hope I don't do it on purpose in the future. But yeah, as the U.S. likes to put these, you know, the world's people into all kinds of groups. You know, like there's trans and there's even children and grown-ups. I mean, that's an automatic group there. But Russians and Belarusians, which actually is the same group for the United States as far as they're concerned. Actually, there's just a little bit of different. Belarusians are a little bit better than the Russians, but the West is the West, and of course the U.S. is the best. You know, USA. But anyway, yeah, this thing in Israel, we watched that the highest amount of deaths are obviously children, and you know, the biggest victims.
I've seen some horrible videos lately.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's just way too many of these terrible videos. And when you think of them, you know, being children, and then they brand Putin a war criminal, and he saved children from the war zone. He brought them out of the war zone and their families, or whatever he could find, from orphanages. You know, it's kind of like I don't know what the U.S. or the West was saying. Oh, he's stolen children or something, but actually Ukraine did steal children. They took children away from their parents
in the EU.
Yeah. Well, no, that the EU was taking children away from the Ukrainians because of maltreatment and many other things. I think I had notes on that last week, but before that, the Ukrainians in like the Kharkiv region, especially, they were taking the children away from the parents and then using the parents to train for being soldiers. And of course, they've been doing that even lately. And yeah, but like I said, Putin is a war criminal because he was trying to save them. He brought them out of the war zone, and I don't know how many children. And then I think Lukashenko, they even put him in the same category. I think
Oh yeah, they said they were stealing kids here as well.
Yeah,
more bullshit.
Yeah, and but there's another theme that's now developing as you are noticing. The Biden administration seeks to make us believe he's upset with Netanyahu government, as we all know. A lot of people are now talking about it. It's like, what do they say, the crocodile tears, about all the death and the destruction in Gaza. And he's saying, this is because it's an election year. But at the same time, he's sending, more bombs probably than he's ever sent to Ukraine in such a short period of time. I think it was over 100 secret deliveries of bombs, and he's still sending bombs.
And over Easter.
Huh? What's
and
that?
Over Easter as well.
Jeez, yeah. I think even just this week they're sending more bombs. I think it's 2.5 billion and F-35s. Yeah, so he's really against what Netanyahu's doing, and it's like. And then they bombed the consulate of Iran, which, of course, mostly what we're going to be talking about quite a bit today, and wondering what's going to happen. Everybody's wondering what's going to happen, and if they're going to do that, the gold prices are going to go up, oil prices are going to go up. What's Iran going to do? There's so many.
Hasn't oil already started going up?
Well, yeah, I know gold has already been going up before this, and
you'll be happy.
Yeah.
So you want an apocalypse?
Yeah. So I was sitting there watching, and every I would check like maybe every half an hour, and it's going up another euro and another euro. And I think, what I bought anyway, I bought some of these one coins, and the value was I don't know, some months ago, just a month ago, of 1,900. Now it's 2,241.
Bitcoin,
this moment.
Bitcoin's up as well.
Yeah. What about a lot of other cryptos? Some up, some down, or
yeah, they're all up.
They're all up. Yeah. Makes you really wonder what's going on here. The U.S. used to be able to control gold prices as well as silver, but a lot of people are predicting silver will go up. Silver is way, way, way behind gold over years.
Some are predicting it'll be the same price as gold.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to do that. The United States at one point, I don't even know when it was. I don't know if it was far back as the 60s. They said they will manipulate silver prices, and they pretty much have for a long, long, long time. That's why silver is so far behind. At one point, silver went up to $50 an ounce, and then it was crashed down. I think, I don't know, but it's in the last, 10 years, I think it's gone up like $8 or something. It's not so much. So I don't know, they're manipulating silver quite a bit. But just recently it went up 3 euros in the past, I think it's like 2 weeks. So I don't know if they're losing control of their control over the silver, but there's a lot of people talking that
they're losing control over the gold.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are talking about. The U.S. used to be, and they used to do it with paper. I guess they said that there was, believe it or not, they would sell gold, but the gold didn't exist. It was on paper, and I think they sold and it's like some really outrageous number. Like, was it 160 trillion of gold on paper that doesn't exist? And I can't remember what real gold that does exist. I don't know if I could be way wrong, but it's much, much lower. It's like 10 trillion. They had something about that, but I don't know. Yes, but yeah, Netanyahu, as we all know, he bombed that embassy, and it's a lot of laws that he broke, and everybody's waiting for the response. And Netanyahu said he's going into Rafah.
It says here 244,000 metric tons of gold has been discovered to date.
And they said it's finite. The amount of gold is finite, but yeah. No, I just was wondering about the value of that gold, though.
Well, it depends on
how much
the day.
Yeah, Yeah, they sold, what is it? What was that? Trying to think of those numbers. What the U.S. sold or something on paper, the fake gold. I don't
They
know.
reckon there's 63,000 tons left in the ground.
Yeah, but they keep discovering more oil.
That's because the Earth makes it. That's because the planet makes it.
Yeah. Yes, anyway.
Why does the planet Earth? Well, because they can find hydrocarbons and all that on moons of Saturn and all that. They didn't have dinosaurs and plants.
Yeah. Yeah, remember they said it's from dinosaurs.
Yeah, there's a process deep in the Earth that's making it.
Yeah, well,
there's an oil well in Texas that ran out and then started filling back up again. So
really, okay. Yeah, well, I knew it wasn't from dinosaurs. That doesn't make any sense. It was a lot of dinosaurs
and plants as well. Yeah,
well, plants and dinosaurs. They, makes you wonder what, don't they use something called science?
No,
it does. I don't know. I remember so many things they used to say that were true, and now they say they're not true anymore. I don't know. It's like 1984, like I said, education. Yeah, but like I was saying with Netanyahu, it's like they're preparing for an attack on Rafah. I don't know. I haven't heard the last day what they're talking about, because they're sitting there bracing themselves for Iran, and they were also getting ready to go into Lebanon. We were talking about that last week. So what's going on there? Are they stopped?
No, they're still doing that.
Yeah, this is Netanyahu. It's been said, like we said last week, that if there's no war going on, then he has to call elections and he can be tried. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's got to keep a war going, and looks like he's trying to go for World War III. Jeez, it's really some crazy stuff. That's why we're talking about the apocalypse now. Unless
that's a good movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. Apocalypse Now. That was a movie. So we hope we're not going to be living something like that right now. A kind of our
own. Vietnam.
Yeah, with Marlon Brando, right?
Yes. Martin Sheen.
Yeah. Also, they've been bombing the West Bank. I mean, they're starting to move and take more territory. Israel's taking more territory. There I go, Biden. More territory.
I shouldn't have showed you that video.
Yeah, I'm going to be talking like Bidenese now before the show's over.
We need subtitles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of which, we've got the English subtitles working, but soon we'll have the Russian ones working.
Yes. We're still working on that. Boy, that's going to be something.
Got the English ones working today. Now we're just going to get the Russian ones.
Yeah.
So, anyway, sorry.
Okay, no problem.
I've interrupted you again.
Oh, that's all right. Like I said, Israel's sending more. I don't know where they're getting. I guess, calling everybody back from reserves.
They're calling up more reserves.
Yeah. I don't know how many reserves they have. But West Bank, Rafah, Lebanon, air defense because of what do you call it? Iran, and I don't know, Golan Heights. Is that calm right now or not?
Oh, there's supposed to be demining there to go into Lebanon that way through there.
Yeah, that would be engineers, military engineers, and I think they're moving what they call the fence. They're taking more and more territory of the West Bank. It's really something. I mean, it's like, what the heck is going on? This guy, it's like Netanyahu. I tell you what, his
sounds like taking Austria, taking Czechoslovakia, taking a bit of Poland.
Yeah, he's like a provocation. He's just a walking provocation. I mean, the guy should go to bed, because it seems like every 5 seconds the guy is he's provoking somebody somehow, stealing land or bombing somebody or.
The Iran thing is to get U.S. involved.
Yeah, well, it's sort of like in 1967, when they tried to get the United States involved, and they almost started a nuclear war. I mean, dropping a nuclear bomb on.
Well, Iran said to the U.S. that we won't attack your stuff, and the U.S. said we won't.
What Iran said? What now?
We won't attack any U.S. targets, and the U.S. said, "Okay, we won't follow, Israel."
Well, that's what
won't help them.
I remember. When they said something like this is going to be inevitable, the United States, they sent through some some channels. They said, just don't hit us.
Hmm.
So that was interesting. So what that tells you is the U.S. may not get involved, depending on what Iran does. So looks like Israel just kind of sealed their fate. They're going to get something hurt, and they know that, I guess. I mean, how can you bomb a consulate and think you can just get away with it?
Oh, look what happened in Ecuador yesterday.
Yeah.
They raided an embassy and pulled someone out.
Yeah. Now, what is it? Nicaragua also has cut diplomatic ties with Ecuador. Ecuador.
Here we go. According to reports, the U.S. will refrain from intervening should Iran launch an attack on Israel, following a mutual agreement between the two, U.S. and Iran. Under the agreement, Iran has pledged not to attack any U.S. targets, and the U.S. has committed not to engage Iran if they undertake an attack on Israel.
Does that sound familiar? Remember the Iraq War? Remember Kuwait and all that? Schwarzkopf saying, remember when that's when they introduced slant oil drilling. Kuwait was put up oil wells on the border of Iraq, and they were using slant oil drilling and taking out oil that's coming out of Iraq. And Saddam Hussein didn't like that. So I think it was Schwarzkopf said, well, we're not going to intervene. No. So, and they did intervene. So maybe this is another thing. Looks like somehow trends.
Can you trust the U.S. in what they say?
Yeah. Who? I don't know how many. You can't trust the U.S. any further than you can spit, I guess. Yes, but 86% of Israel's wall is now on the West Bank. It's within the West Bank. So they've already moved it. Gee, and taken that much. I'm not saying 86%, but it's 86% of the wall is now on what was previously West Bank territory. Yeah, and the U.S. says it's inconsistent with international law, but of course they do nothing about it. And even if they did want to, they can't, because obviously what's going on. You know, you say, who is the biggest superpower? Do you think it's the United States? Is the U.S. the world's biggest superpower? Or is the country that controls the biggest superpower the biggest superpower? And guess who that is?
I see they're protesting in Israel about. What's this protest about? Is this about Netanyahu?
Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah, they said tens of thousands. Incredible, huh?
It was short.
Yeah, I think it was short. Yeah, but the Israel, for the most part, they control the U.S., at least politics, through AIPAC, but they also have a lot of other controls. Everybody says they have a lot of control in Hollywood, which obviously they do. And, yeah.
And did you see the video about the
all three branches?
The chef about the aid workers that were killed? The boss of the chefs.
I don't think I saw that. I saw them talking before there was the bombing. You mean, right?
Yeah,
we showed that last.
This is the guy. This guy.
Oh no,
Jose Andres, founder of the World Central Kitchen. So listen to what he has to say about what happened.
What I know is that we were targeted deliberately, non-stop, until everybody was dead in this convoy. This was not just a bad luck situation where, we dropped the bomb in the wrong place or no. This was over 1.5, 1.8 kilometers with a very defined humanitarian convoy that had signs in the top, in the roof, a very colorful logo that we are obviously very proud of, but that's very clear who we are and what we do.
Andres said his charity group had clear communication with the Israeli military, which he said was aware of the convoy's whereabouts, and he called for investigations by the U.S. government in the home countries of every aid worker that was killed in the attack.
If we were targeted this way, I need to understand that this was no vicious. I need to understand that this was not by somebody that is above law and order. that decided just to kill us because, I don't know, maybe because I did a tweet that was very strong against President Netanyahu. I don't know. Obviously, that's why we need to have an investigation that is neutral and is above IDF. At the time, this looks like it's not a war against terrorism anymore. Seems this is a war against humanity itself.
Mm-hmm. Well, nobody can go against Israel. Israel gets away with everything. They can do anything they want, and nothing's going to happen. They'll find something. Oh, that they were in violation of this. Look at what happened when they're trying to convict them of genocide. Nothing.
Well, it's
Nothing.
almost like this one, isn't it? Listen to this.
Good evening, IDF. Hello, World Central Kitchen. Wanted to let you know that we're delivering food in a convoy. We are traveling on this road at this time. Yes, this is our coordinates right here, right now. We see you. We literally have our logos painted on the roof of the car so you can see them from the air. Oh, yeah, we see that too. Please don't bomb us. Oh, no, of course not. Please, we wouldn't dream. Please don't bomb us. We handpicked you to do this. We would never. Okay, cool. You guys are safe. Go ahead. We're heading down the road right now. Yep, we're tracking you. Okay, cool. Oops, just got hit. We're getting rescued by a second car. Oh no, oh my God, the tragedy. Go ahead and paint that second laser on that second car, please. We just got hit again. We're getting into a third car. Please don't bomb us. My God, the humanity. Let's go ahead and paint that third laser on that third car, please. Oh my God. We are very sorry. We are conducting an internal investigation, I assure you. I am outraged and I am heartbroken, but what Israel needs right now is definitely another fleet of F-15 fighter jets. Would you say that Israel bombing the World Central Kitchen
F-35s.
convoy was a violation of international humanitarian law? Look, I think that it's a little too early to say, okay? You heard Israel say that it was a mistake, obviously. And they're going to conduct an investigation. And, let's just let it play out.
Yeah, that's about all right. That's about that's about what we're saying all this time. Like, what did we, that video last time with John Kirby, what does it say? We have investigated and Israel has never been in violation of any humanitarian law, any international humanitarian law, whatever the difference is. In other words, they've never done anything against humanitarian laws, like killing children. They would never do that. They would never bomb civilians.
Never.
They would never keep food away from people. They would, on and on and on and on. Boy, oh boy. No, they've never done that. My God. We'll show you another video a little bit later about Stoltenberg. He wants to, they're probably in a contest. Who can lie the most ridiculously? But I think Kirby's going to.
Is that the movie where he's very animated? Stoltenberg?
Stoltenberg?
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably is.
There's one of his hands moving everywhere.
Yeah, like I was just doing with my hand. Yeah, but anyway, there was a Monica Moorhead of workers.org. She mentioned how Joe Biden is calling for restraint of Israel. And at the same time, he's sending weapons. Genocide Joe sends, what is it? These bombs are so huge that most militaries will never use them because they can take out an entire city block and they would definitely kill civilians, not to be used at all in any kind of a urban environment. And yet Israel is getting those bombs and using them, blowing up huge areas. It's incredible.
They're dumb bombs as well, aren't they? They're dumb bombs. They're not smart bombs.
I don't know. There was two. They listed them. Let's see if I can. I think I even wrote it down. Oh, MK-84-2000 pound bombs and 500 MK-82 500 pound bombs. There probably are. I think they're just gravity bombs. You drop them out of an airplane. Because there's nobody going to be shooting at them. What are they going to shoot? Bottle rockets? I don't think Hamas has any air defense.
Fun fact: Russia's just started deploying a Fab 3000. 3,000 kilo bomb.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
But it's got wings on it.
Yeah, and that's for out in the field and military,
bunkers,
not on cities.
No, not cities.
Jeez, in cities. Yeah, over, what is it, 33,000 people murdered now, 75,000 people wounded.
Mainly men, women and children.
Yeah, I think it's 2/3 women and children, or more than that, wasn't it? What is it? Far more. I can't remember, but it's the vast majority. Of course, there's more children than anything that's killed, and then the number 2 is women, and then is men. And they're trying to get the men, but they're not getting the men; they're getting children. Yeah. And this latest transfer, believe it or not, it's like, did I read that properly? 25 F-35s at $2.5 billion. You know, and I just mentioned 1,800 MK-84 2,000-pound bombs, and, you know, 500 of the smaller ones, 500-pound bombs. And
imagine all the CO2 being released, all the fuel going backwards and forwards from America. Why aren't the climate activists saying anything?
Oh, with all these plane loads?
Yeah, why aren't they saying
hundreds
anything?
of them?
Why aren't they saying something?
Jeez, yeah.
John Kerry and all that. Why aren't they saying?
They never said anything when they blew up the Nord Stream either. When the U.S. did.
Isn't that what Lukashenko said when he went to that COP 28 or 29?
War
it
is the worst pollutant.
Yeah, yeah. He
Jeez.
said you want to stop wars and that'll bring it down.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and it reminds me of back when Obama was running for president first time, and he won. And right after Obama became president, this the anti-war movement just disappeared. It disappeared. So what does that tell you? Who was organizing this? You know, and after Obama, it never came back. There's never been an anti-war movement ever again. You know, the peace president, the drone president, the bankers president. Anyway.
I was going to say something else, but I didn't.
Yeah, you can. I can.
Nah, YouTube won't like it.
Oh, okay. I wonder if if we can say what we've been saying already.
Yeah, we haven't shown anything.
Oh, okay. It is being noticed.
You know, the last show they slapped +18 on it, so you have to sign in to see it.
I thought it was always that way anyway, not for children. Whenever I put
no, it's not for children, but they decided to put +18, so you have to actually log in, you know, into your YouTube account to watch it. You can't just I'm going to watch it.
So they won't show these videos cold to anybody. You have to have logged in.
Yeah, you have to have an account. Yeah,
Jeez.
And that reduces obviously your reach,
exposure.
Yeah.
So that's why, you know, keep our numbers down, I guess, is what they're doing.
Share the video, everybody.
Yeah, share it. Send it to people because you have to be a mature person, I guess, to watch our videos. Yeah, it's like I said, been noticed that the U.S. is the main actor driving the genocide in Gaza. Wow. As this is still more from this Monica Moorhead. According to Monica Moorhead, the U.S. feigns concern for Gaza and public disagreement with the Zionist entity. Some U.S. politicians, such as Tim Walberg, you know, from Michigan, Republican, believe it or not, openly calls for genocide of the Palestinians. He calls for a Hiroshima Nagasaki. He says, get it over quick instead of costing so much money. I think the nuclear bombs have killed 200,000 altogether. Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Nagasaki?
Yeah, Nagasaki. That's
a city next door.
Yeah. Nagasaki and Hirosaki. Yeah.
Is that where they make the nougat?
What? Hirosaki. But anyway, also Republican from Tennessee, Andy Ogles.
You're doing well with the Bidenese.
Yeah, I'm going to be a teacher. That's what I might have more success in a channel with teaching Bidenese.
Yeah,
I'd be a shoo-in.
Yeah.
No, but this Andy Ogles, Republican from Tennessee, you said we should kill them all, kill all the Palestinians. I mean, do you ever sense that Nazism has made it to America?
Can't say that.
Oh, no, it hasn't. Yeah.
Nastyism.
Yeah, nastyism. Nastyism has not made it into the U.S. government. No. They're not nasty people. Yes, Russia, the Economic Development Ministry stated, it's kind of some weird figures. There was like a GDP growth, I think it was from 1 year to the next, 7.7%. And then I see like a GDP growth of 3.6%, also put out by Russia. So I don't really understand, what these numbers, 7.7 or 3.6, I don't know. Yes, and I wrote that down, what we were talking about with Iran. Iran sent a written message to the United States government to stay away from the fight between Iran and Israel, or they will get hurt. I guess that was the wording. The U.S. responded by asking Iran not to target American facilities. Wow. According to Mohammed Jamshidi, Jamshidi, I wasn't swearing, people. Jamshidi, Deputy Chief of Staff for the Political Affairs of President of Iran. And yeah, here we have the Strait of Hormuz. A picture right in front of you there, people. It is known that Iran could close the Strait of Hormuz, and that's what the U.S. has been scared, messing their pants wise when that happens, because the West is totally dependent on this sort of a thing, because if it's not, it's a difference between, like, say, Russia, that doesn't use the Strait of Hormuz, Venezuela does not use the Strait of Hormuz, or Brazil, or now fledgling Guyana, but only Canada, as far as the Western countries, Canada and Norway, they don't use the Strait of Hormuz either, but, they don't have as much oil, I guess, to satisfy the world market. And
is that why Russia's helping China come across the North Passage with the icebreakers?
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine?
And building railways.
And Russia is very good friends with the Iranians, So just think, when oil has to be moving through the Arctic, yeah, Russia will be making some pretty good money. Everybody's talking about the gold prices going up whenever this sort of thing happens. Of course, we already talked about that. And yeah, like I say, the worst hit, they said, will be the EU and not the United States. Because there's not actually Netherlands also has some oil, but not enough. I don't think they even have enough for themselves. Up by what is it? Let me see. I used to know. I almost even went to that town. It's up in the northern parts of Holland. Anyway,
Norway's still pumping some out in North Sea in the UK.
Yeah, and Norway, they have that. I think this is a gas pipeline going to Poland now, and that's why.
Didn't that open up just
Poland,
after Nord Stream?
Yeah, it opened up day or so after they blew up Nord Stream, and that's
a coincidence.
Yeah, that was like, it's like that talk about a smoking gun. I don't really know, but
don't smoke your gun near the gas line.
Yeah. But also now we have Stoltenberg. You have to see this. This is where he's trying to see if he can beat John Kirby in a contest of lying, who can get away with the biggest lies. So listen to what he has to say here.
The Norwegian wood is animated.
Listen. Russia can't win on the battlefield.
And then be able to reach a peace agreement where Russia realized that they cannot win the war, but have to sit down and negotiate an agreement.
They've always wanted to negotiate. Ukraine says they don't want to negotiate.
Coordinating and providing support is a way to end this war in a way where Ukraine prevails. We already have a lot of coordination.
So it's the way is to end this war where Ukraine prevails. So Ukraine is winning, and isn't that weird? They talk on one side of the mouth in one meeting, and they talk out of the other side on the other one. I don't know. He didn't. That's why I said John Kirby, I think, lied a lot better, because he was also animated. And what was he lying about? I can't remember. What was that? Oh, that Israel has never broken any humanitarian laws in Gaza. Yeah. Yeah. He says how Russia refuses. Russia has always been talking about negotiating, but Ukraine says that they want to negotiate. As soon as Russia withdraws all of their troops from the territories and surrenders, and Putin steps down from power, then they will negotiate. Even though, because he will not talk with Putin. So it sounds like to me that Russia wants to negotiate and Ukraine doesn't. Anyway, yes, we were going to talk about Maria Zakharova. She's actually, we have a video of her, and she's actually talking about what was the United States, remember when they came out and they said, we warned Russia that there would be a terrorist attack. And I think they've even gone as far as saying on Crocus Hall. And Maria Zakharova, listen to what she has to say. She says, well, we'd like to know who you told, because we don't have anybody that you told.
For our viewers that are just listening, would you like to read the
subtitles? Oh, I wonder if we can do it fast enough.
Oh, you can read these ones.
Yeah, we are so accustomed to the American way of, on the one hand, disseminating information into the information space and then abandoning their own statements. So in other words, they say something and then they abandon it.
Уже привыкли к американским, с одной стороны, вбросам в информационное пространство, потом отказу от своих же собственных заявлений, что мне очень
that we really want to receive detailed factual material from the American side on this topic.
Хочется просить вас получить от американской стороны подробный фактологический материал, может быть, не подробный.
Maybe not detailed. We don't need that.
Не надо подробный, просто фактологический.
Simply factual material on this topic.
Материал на эту тему. То есть
that is when and to whom they conveyed this information.
Когда, кому они передавали эту информацию. Давайте
let's do that. Let's do that. Because
let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that probably. Because you can say anything. We have now heard different things regarding Crocus City Hall from the US and their satellites.
Потому что говорить можно сколько угодно. Мы слышали разное сейчас относительно Крокус-Сити-Холла от Соединенных Штатов Америки и их сателлитов. Поэтому...
Therefore, first let them explain to whom and what info they gave.
Сначала пусть расскажут, кому что они давали. Давайте так. Потому что мы, правда, устали.
Because we are really tired of their endless hoaxes.
От их бесконечных вбросов.
So the U.S. pulling all this, I mean, they hoaxed the public. You know, look at, just like I said, that Kirby, that's classic. We got to save that. You know, him saying that Israel has not ever violated any humanitarian laws and stuff like that. It's like, what?
Never.
Are we talking about the same Israel? Gosh, you know, it's like the one that everybody has been watching them bomb 33,000 civilians, destroying all those houses, all those buildings, universities. And I think they just, no, that was it U.S. that just, I mean, no, it was Ukraine that just bombed a children's clinic last night. I think it was in Belgorod or something. But anyway, all the hospitals are destroyed from Israel. All the hospitals in Gaza, you know. But no, and they're, you know, they don't even let them have toilet paper, and they don't let them have water. They drink water right in front of them, and watch them squirm. Yeah. Yes, and we have.
I'm just going to say something.
Yeah. Please do, because I'm running out.
No, because people keep seeing me move sideways all the time. I'm just going to show what I'm doing. If you have a look here, I've got there, on this side is where we do the videos. So that's why I'm doing this all the time.
And he's got one in front of him as well.
Yeah. This.
3 computer screens and a magic box, black box, and and switchboards.
Yeah. So that's why I keep moving around, if anybody's interested.
Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't have hemorrhoids. At least I don't think he does. I have never looked.
I should have him by now by waiting on the border all the time, trying to get back in and out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, digressing again. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, we can play the video of how well Russia's doing. You know, we just mentioned something about the economy. All we can say is that the economy is doing really, really well in Russia.
This one?
Everybody knows. Yeah, and here, actually, Russia has started turning, believe it or not, to begging for workers. They need people. And the, you know, pay is not bad at all. Prices are low. It's not like Belarus. But Belarus, you know, the pay is kind of low and prices are low. But I can't compare really.
The IT work, you get paid well here.
Yeah, well, there's some good paying jobs here, and a lot of people have, as we all know, a lot of expensive cars and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it depends on what you're doing. I'm working for the government at the moment, so a lot of those are not that well paid, but I guess the pay is going up regularly.
Yeah, but you're on the bottom rung, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
It's working his way up like a snake.
Yeah, like a snake. I don't work at the snakes, like a rat trying to climb.
Yeah, a rat. There you go.
Yeah, I tell
a
you
drain
what,
pipe.
some of those rats, we have some old cages and the rats get out, and when you're feeding them, they come to the front, because they're hiding normally on the back of the cage, because we have, cages one on top of another kind of on these shelves, and there's like room in between, so they're hiding in the back and you can't see them. And then when we're putting out the food, actually they get fresh food.
You should take some photos once and bring them in.
Yeah, I should. We're one of the only zoos, I think, in the world, at least in all this hemisphere, that actually gives them fresh food, like carrots, shredded carrots and fish, and cooked
the rats.
Yeah, cooked barley, and we mix it together, and then that's one of the foods. And then we grow grass, a special grass for them, and you take off pieces judging on about how many rats you have in a cage. And so they get all this fresh stuff, and they're going crazy. So they come forward, and if you're slow and, you move, you can pet them and things like that. But you try to grab them, they don't really like that too much. And when you grab them, you're supposed to grab them by the tail, and I did. And of course, they don't like that either. But when you try to grab them and they're not going to like that, they're definitely going to very easily bite you. So I was told to grab them by the tail. And this one didn't like that at all. And
you should wear thick gloves.
Turned around and bit me. Well, but see, the food you have is, and it's best like to dose the right amount. You when you're wearing gloves, like cloth gloves, then they get all gushy and the stuff will stick to the gloves. I don't know. So it's very difficult also to wear gloves. But anyway, the thing bit me and I smashed it. No, I didn't do that. I very nicely put it.
In a week or so, you'll have superpowers.
Yeah.
Rat boy.
And I'll thank that.
Or rat man.
And yeah. So anyway. But anyhow, I'm working in a zoo, and there's some enjoyable things. It's nice with animals.
So this discussion is the wages for some people are low here.
Yeah.
And some are high.
Yeah. I went to work at the zoo because it was an easy job to get.
If you work in the IT here and you're doing coding or something like that, you can live really well here, like a king.
Actually, I'm sure I can get, jobs that pay better than everything. But these are good people, and they hired me and all, and I'm going to stay for a while at least, and that's how that is.
We could do a GoFundMe.
GoFundMe, yeah.
Try and get you out of the zoo.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
No one's going to give you money.
Maybe Putin. Maybe that's what he's talking about here.
Yeah. Okay. Back to Putin.
So, should we read this one too?
Yes.
I don't know if this is, maybe it gotten in context. At the same time, I would like to emphasize that taking into account demographic challenges,
подчеркнул, с учетом демографических вызовов, в ближайшие годы
the
экономика
Russian
России
economy will experience a high demand and even a shortage of personnel in the coming years.
будет испытывать высокую потребность и даже дефицит кадров. Это абсолютно точно.
This is absolutely true. We must understand this, and we will live with it in the coming years. Me too. It is also politically important to increase the productivity of labor, modernize industry, the APC,
производительность труда,
service sector,
модернизировать промышленность, АПК, сферу услуг, многие другие отрасли экономики,
and many other sectors of the economic and social
с
sphere.
помощью цифровых технологий.
We must use digital technologies to automate production and automate production and modern management processes.
Автоматизация производства и управленческих процессов, современных управленческих процессов, что в свою очередь должно прямо
which in turn should lead directly to improving the conditions of labor for specialists and to increase their income.
к улучшению условий труда специалистов, к повышению их доходов.
That was in Russian. I did it in English. Industry centers of competence should help in this work, where the best practices of careful production will be generalized and circulated. Whatever that means.
Отраслевые центры компетенции, где будут обобщаться и тиражироваться лучшие практики бережливого производства. Мы продолжим.
We will continue to create such centers throughout the country.
Далее, как
Further, as stated in the message, the next 6 years should be a time of forced industrial development in Russia.
временем форсированного индустриального развития России. на нашем внутреннем рынке
The share of
должна
domestic goods,
увеличиваться
equipment,
доля
machines, transport,
отечественных
medicines,
товаров,
consumer goods.
оборудования, станков, транспортных средств, лекарств, потребительских товаров и так
And
далее.
so on should
Все
increase in our
это мы
domestic market.
можем
We
и
can and will
будем
produce all of
производить
ourselves in
сами
much
в
larger
гораздо
volumes than we
больших
do now.
объемах, чем сейчас.
That's one thing the sanctions have done well. For
Yeah,
Russia,
yeah, yeah.
producing
They've
everything themselves.
it's actually a dream come true for Russia. And I think Putin even knew this at the very beginning, you know, that with these sanctions, I think what it also did, it's something to do with the oligarchs. When I think the US or somebody, what was it? Somehow the oligarchs are spending their money in Russia now instead of.
Yeah. Because they're getting it taken off them in the West.
Yeah.
Такое. Мы с вами понимаем.
What is this? We understand that this means structural changes in the economy. It is ensuring the pace of its growth.
Это и есть обеспечение темпов ее роста, темпов роста ВВП.
The pace of GDP growth, and it is a decent salary.
Это достойные заработные платы. У нас выбора большого
We have
нет.
no choice. We either
Или
need to bring in the workforce from abroad or
взять
increase the
рабочую силу из-за
productivity of
границы
labor.
или повышать производительность труда. Не нужно бояться
You do not need to be afraid of unnecessary
рабочих рук.
release of labor from
У нас
modern England. We do not have unemployment. In fact, see
Работы
you later.
нет
I'm taking off. I'm going to Russia right now. Bye, guys.
So if you've got a good skill overseas, learn Russian and you get a job.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Well, Russian's easier to learn in Russia than it is here, because a lot of times you're saying, well, what is that? I don't ever, and it's always Belarusian, you know, and it's like, what the crap, you know? But anyway, such a situation will not threaten us in the coming years because such work and such changes.
Поэтому, потому что именно такая работа и такие изменения, они в целом,
Are
безусловно,
certainly
отвечают
in the
интересам
interests of Russian
граждан
citizens.
России.
Yeah.
Поэтому
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah,
Well, we know of an Australian who lives in Grodny and he flies to Moscow every week to work and then comes back.
Well, I even heard before I moved over here that a lot of people were starting to migrate to Russia, but over here, that's why Lukashenko's trying, I think, at least twice a year, maybe 3 times a year. He's like raising the pay of at least government workers and all that 5%. So that's like 15% per year. And it used to be much lower. I remember if you were when you were getting a high paid job, this is honest to God truth. I think it was in 2001, you got $100. I mean, we're talking engineers. Engineers that have been in some place for 15 years got paid $100. You know, that's not and now of course they get, you know, quite a bit more. They're probably at I don't know, in dollars at least.
There's a lot of nice
800.
cars on the road here.
Hmm?
There's a lot of nice cars on the road here.
Yeah, well, there's maybe a lot of business. A lot of people.
I've seen an
doing business.
explosion in EVs here lately. In the last couple of months, there's just so many EVs on the road.
Mhm.
Chinese ones, mainly.
Since you told me how to recognize them, I've seen more. Seen a Tesla or two, and yeah. Well, we can show there. Some people are doing, actually not that many, but some people are doing pretty good in Ukraine too. You know,
Is that the guy that got the Rolls Royce? No,
oh, the guy that was a Mazda. Oh yeah, that guy.
the only electric, the first electric Rolls Royce, $600,000 worth.
Jeez.
Ukrainian MP.
Yeah, even though everybody else is getting poor, but they have some rich people get, you know, if you're working for the in a high government position in Ukraine, look at these houses. These are like chief of police and things like that. Wow.
Ex-judges.
Ex-judges. And there's more. It just keeps going. It pays to send your own people as cannon fodder to the slaughter. Jeez.
Is this on a loop?
I don't know. Are we seeing the same ones? Or just a long video? Anyway, we've got the picture. Police chiefs and things like that. And, you know...
No, it wasn't on a loop. It's still going.
It's still... It wasn't?
No, it's finished now, but it just finished.
Gee, those are all...
Yeah.
Yeah, these are like chief of police from some small towns and things like that. I've heard about this already. Somebody just decided to compile them, I guess.
Ex-judges.
Yeah. But what else was I going to say? What was it? Oh no, I forgot. Well,
Corruption. Houses.
No. Oh yeah, houses. It just occurred to me because we didn't include this, Dave and I, but I don't know. Some people say that this is a hoax, but I don't know. I saw that on some, kind of noteworthy sites. Somebody is claiming that Zelensky bought
Highgrove.
Yeah, that's in his like.
That's Charles's. That's where William and Harry grew up, and Princess Di. That was their house.
Really nice.
Yeah, 20+ million.
Yeah. So I wonder if that's true. Did he buy Highgrove? I mean, he's got a lot of properties.
It's been sold, and all the staff have been let go, so someone's bought it.
Somebody's bought it. Because as far as the staff is concerned, I was hearing that some of them were admitting that Zelensky got it.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
Wow. And he went there or something, or visited there, and I don't know. They got a picture. I don't know, maybe that was probably some other time where they're shaking hands, Prince Charles and Zelensky. And so is this cancer that Prince Charles have, that's terminal probably, huh?
No one said yet.
Yeah. And I don't know about what's her name?
Kate.
Kate, yeah. But...
Yeah, because they can't say now. We'll say afterwards.
Yeah.
They did something.
Jeez.
So that may have done it.
Yeah, we're not allowed to talk about that on YouTube. What, the medical thing, intervention. Can't even say that, huh?
Just leave it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they get us for everything.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Everybody else can talk about this stuff, but we can't.
No.
Unfortunately. And in France, did you hear about, I don't know, but you were talking about what they did in Australia. You know, what happened?
They changed the banking agreements that people have got. So you become an unsecured investor in the bank, not a depositor of money. So essentially, if the bank goes down, they can just take your money.
Well, I heard that was true everywhere now. I think it was something people, or maybe banks started doing this, or countries started adopting this in 2007. And nowadays, your money isn't safe. So when a bank fails, what I heard was, when a bank fails, it's just like Lehman Brothers. That fails, and uninsured people, they lost their money. Unsecured. But even the secured ones, I think since 2007, because I don't know if it's secured at all anymore anyway. So you lose your money because you're an investor in the bank. So when you put your money in the bank, say you take your little boy and you go and, put some money in the bank here, I'll give you $100 to save for college. And, and the bank fails, and all of a sudden, it's gone. And it's gone.
Yeah, but they can take it if they're having a problem as well.
Even if the bank doesn't fail.
Yeah, they can still take it. But we know someone who was in Lehman's and all their money went.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah, gone.
Yeah. Did you ever see that from South Park? And it's gone. You ever see that? Because I knew a millionaire in Great Britain, and he was coming to, he was going to buy some property. He had, I don't know, $1 million or, anyway, but he had a lot more. And he was actually, as a matter of fact, I'll even say his name. I guess his name is Robin Sidebottom, and he has Sidebottom flour in the UK. You might even know about it. So, but anyway, he was, he had products and things like that, and then I don't know when he lost his money, but anyway, he came over there. He still had some money, and he wanted to buy like land. He was going to get something for, I'm thinking it was like 1 million or whatever, and he wanted to grow coffee. So he came with his family and he talked to me, and I think since that time his family they split up and everything like that. But anyway, before that even, they took his money.
When you have money problems, that's usually happens.
And I used to have his email, and I sent that thing to him from South Park, and he said, "Yeah, that's familiar." And he had his money in there, and they just contacted him and said, "Your money's gone."
Alex from the Duran as well. He had money in Cyprus, and then one day it was all right, next day it was gone.
Oh, really? I remember him talking about banking, but I didn't know that it happened to him.
Yeah, it happened to him.
Oh my, yeah. But other than that, I have just some videos to show.
What's this French one?
That's the one. I guess that's supposedly the same thing, that this French lady is saying that since we're in trouble in France, that we'll just take the people's money.
Qui nous permettrait très bien de reprendre la main sur notre dette. Aujourd'hui, ça n'est pas
they're talking about taking the money to fix their debt.
Yeah, they're in debt, and just take people's money from the bank and stuff.
It's nice.
Yeah, gosh, yeah. Oh my God. I mean, this is the government though taking the money, I guess, from. I mean, not the banks taking it when the bank is in trouble. The government is in trouble, and they're gonna they're gonna take Russia's. They're trying to take Russia's money. Oh my God! Isn't that something? Your money is not safe anywhere unless it's stuck in your mattress or something. But this Vladimir Zhirinovsky.
Are you doing this one? I thought you were doing the crazy Ukrainians.
Crazy Ukrainians. Where was that at?
Oh no. Yeah.
We can. Yeah, we're still in Ukraine. We can show the crazy. Well, unless you want to wait till that one at the end because crazy people.
Where's Zhirinovsky going? Oh, there he is. Okay, I got him.
Yeah, this guy is incredible. Everybody's talking about him in Russia, that he predicted most all of this stuff. He's dead now, but he was predicting. You'd have to watch. I don't think I can read that fast and everything. All of this stuff. He said that about Iran, that there's going to be a war there, and he said, I don't know.
He was right.
He said there
elections in 2024 in Ukraine. That's correct.
He said this. I don't know, when did he say this? 2 years ago, he says there will be no elections in Ukraine in 2024.
Correct.
That's one. He got things, most everything right. There will be no country called Ukraine. Wow. You are overlooking the situation in the Middle East. Events unfolding there will soon overshadow any focus on Ukraine.
Correct.
That's happened. It's all about the Third World War. Ooh, Armageddon. Iran is neither Vietnam nor North Korea, and it's not Kosovo. Wow. This was years ago he said that. This is the setting where the most dreadful events will take place. Throughout his illustrious career, firebrand politician Vladimir Zhirinovsky had the remarkable ability to foresee a whole series of significant political upheavals. The merit of modern civilization is that the Western world is getting wiser.
This is 2009.
2009, okay. They will pull out of Afghanistan and from Iraq. But unfortunately, there is one thing. There is Iran. They won't go there, but they will use force. That's when Trump probably is. This decision has been made in Israel, unfortunately. Wow. He knows what's going on. That's the problem. And what will happen to the Islamic world then? There will be a total destabilization of the Middle East and the Caucasus and around the world. It's kind of going already. Because besides the West, there is still this country. Okay. Let's see, 4 a.m.
2021.
2021, he's probably predicting. Wait, I wish 2022 would be a year of peace. So this is before the military operation. He said in February that it would happen. He said in 2021 it will happen in February of 2022. He says, I wish it would be a year of peace, but I love the truth. I've been telling the truth for 75 years. This will not be a peaceful year. This will be the year when Russia finally becomes a great country again. Wow. It's incredible. And everyone must shut up and respect our country. And in order not to completely... 2018, here we go. In order not to completely fall from this Mount Olympus, they will embark on a third world war. I wonder if he's talking about the U.S. or who? The West, maybe. Using someone else's money?
Hands.
Oh, he's talking about...
And Ukrainians do not grasp what they're just cannon fodder.
This is 2018, and he's talking about... Wow. They don't care about Crimea, Ukraine, Donbass, or the Middle East. This struggle with Russia has been going on for 300 years. Ukraine, there will never be peace there. You are funny people. Let's respect the Minsk agreements. You're crazy. Ukraine, is needed for war. Talking by the West. They will strike Donetsk. They will, and wait, Donetsk and Donetsk will strike. They will strike Donetsk, and Donetsk will strike Mariupol.
2021.
And columns of militia forces will march towards Kiev. And the patriots of Russia will
help them.
Will help them. Thus, a battle will begin on Russian soil for Russian people in the very center of Europe. And they, EU and Ukraine, will all lose. The Ukrainians are 2020. The Ukrainians are going to attack Crimea and Donbass, and they have been. Jeez. Well, of course, they were back then, too. And we are going to stand up in defense for them. Military operation. Therefore, we are going to destroy the Ukrainian army. It's destroyed. Meanwhile, the Polish army will come to help the Ukrainians. Hasn't happened yet. Everything is going to unfold on Ukrainian soil so as not to involve the territory of NATO countries. Stoltenberg said that today. Besides waging 1999. Besides waging war, NATO has no other plans. And their main goal is war with Russia. I agree. They will not go up directly against Russia. Wow. But they will close in on Russia through Ukraine, through Belarus. Didn't work in Belarus. Through the Baltics and through the Caucasus. Lukashenko, he changed destiny. He changed the prophecy.
Yes.
Lukashenko changed the prophecy. Wow. This is the overall tendency, he said. Lugansk will become independent.
2014.
And so will Donetsk. Wow. Wow, 2014. Following them will be Kharkiv, Nikolaev, Kherson, Zaporozhye, Odessa, and Dnipropetrovsk. Ukraine's entire southeast will return under Russian banners.
2015.
Russia will be depicted to the whole world as the aggressor. Wow, true. Wow. That's incredible. I mean, he called everything right. Well, in this video anyway.
In this video.
Yeah, I don't know what he said maybe that was wrong. But all these things are happening. And look at that. He's even said the Middle East. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can show those crazy Ukrainians with their bloodlust.
Okay, here we go.
This is in Warsaw.
What are they doing?
I think they're trying to say Russia and blood.
What's the mask they got on?
That Russia's killing all these people.
Oh, they Putin masks.
Oh, well, Putin. There's one with Lukashenko.
Is there?
Yeah, I can't remember who else is.
I don't know why they keep saying about Lukashenko. He hasn't done anything.
Yeah, no, he hasn't.
He keeps asking us wanting peace.
Yeah. He loves Ukraine. He says it's a great country. Loves the landscapes and everything. Look at this. Ukraine was killing people right and left for 8 years before Russia intervened to save the people. And yet they're still blaming Russia. Oh, this is all propagandist. These people are probably paid.
Yeah. Of course, all this money to do
There's
this
Trump.
come
Look
from
at
somewhere. Oh, yeah.
Trump. Yeah, money has to come from
I
somewhere.
want that Russian doll for the studio
Yeah.
corner.
That big one there?
Yeah, that'd be cool in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Over there in the corner.
Yeah.
That's
Anybody got one? Send it to us.
corner.
It's got to be that big.
Yeah, and the people in Warsaw are pissed off because they're dumping some kind of unknown chemicals onto the pavement. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I heard there's a lot of crazy people in Ukraine. I heard that many years ago. I think they just have been inciting those people.
Where's all the money come for this?
Yeah, out of the U.S. taxpayers' pockets mainly. Russia is a
Oh, there he
terrorist
is.
state. Yeah. Somebody sitting in a wheelchair, probably perfectly fine, or maybe she's got, who knows, some venereal disease.
So Yemen.
Yemen.
What's happening in Yemen?
Oh yeah,
I've
Look
got
at
something for Yemen.
the Quds Day, Quds Day.
I'll show you this in Yemen. Yemen. Here we go.
Yemen.
The Yemen's Houthis say 90
Israeli
American and British ships have been attacked in the Red Sea, Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean since November. In just a month, the number of operations reached 34, which involved 125 ballistic and cruise missiles and drones.
But how many of them connected?
Yeah,
I wonder.
Yeah.
At least enough to scare the United States into begging,
Asking, please don't stop, please stop.
please stop. Yeah, we will take you off the terrorist list if you just stop. I mean, it's like, wow, what is
This one, here we go.
Why? Oh yeah, U.S. may revoke Houthi terrorist label if they stop Red Sea ship attack.
Please stop.
Please stop.
Our Navy can't do anything.
Can you remember at the beginning? We're gonna bomb them into submission, and now they're. Please stop. Man, I tell you what, they must be some amazing people. These Houthis, or Al-Salam. How does they say that? I call them Houthis.
So what's this video?
Which one? The Al-Quds? We have Al-Quds Day in... Which one? This was in... I think this was in Iran. This is Al-Quds Day in Iran. And Al-Quds Day, I guess, was established by Iran. And that is... Al-Quds is the mosque in Jerusalem that Israel wants to take. And they want to either burn it down or break it down. Gosh, look at this. More than we're wanting Netanyahu to resign in Israel. If you look at it, even on side streets of side streets.
He's saying, oh look, there's a lot of people.
Yeah. Over 1 million people, which there is. Well, there is over 1 million people out there.
And the other one.
Looks
This one's
like
in Yemen. This one's in Yemen.
They're not going to have a shortage of people to volunteer if there's a war.
No. So this one's in Yemen?
Yeah. Al-Quds Day.
They seem to get a lot of people out on a protest all the time, the Yemenis.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and constantly. It's like every week. It's incredible. That's what I'm saying. That movement is really something.
It's a Palestinian flag. And the Yemen flag next to it on the left. It's a lot of people.
I'll bet there's over 1 million people there too. Look at that. Look at how it was way back there, and probably on streets as well. Something against Israel. Jeez. I tell you what, that's what we're saying. This is like really something going to go on here. I think they're waiting for the end of Ramadan. When does that officially end?
It's next week. Well, this week coming up.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's what's going on. Waiting till the end of Ramadan.
And you got this map at Transnistria. Why? Whoops, it's a bit bright. Can't do anything. Why would you do that? Anyway.
Let's see. Transnistria.
Drone hits. There's been some drone attacks.
No.
There's a drone attack on a radar system today.
What was Moldova?
Romania is suggesting to swallow Moldova, one country.
Yeah. Gosh,
they're doing that as well.
I forgot. I was. What was going on there? I think there was an attack. I think there was a drone attack in Transnistria. That was one thing.
On the radar station.
Okay, you saw that.
And Romania wants to
join with Transnistria.
Well, yeah, take it over.
Take over Moldova. Join with Moldova. And and that's what Lavrov said. I think in the last show we mentioned that. Gee. But then there was these other regions. There's one in Moldova. What's that? Starts with a Gagauzia or something.
Yeah, it starts with a G.
But there's actually 2 areas in Moldova that will not go along with it. They say that it's half the population of Moldova is actually pro-Russian, and the other half, is pro-European Union. So, yeah.
Sounds like Ukraine.
Yeah. Western Ukraine.
Speaking of Western Ukraine, I have here this, where is it? This thing. I don't know if you've seen this.
Did you hear Ukraine wants the EU to forbid Russians from flying in planes taking off and landing from within the EU? Isn't that incredible? So if you're Russian, you won't be able to get on a... Well, that's what Ukraine is proposing.
Don't know if you want to read the subtitles on this, but when she starts, I'll tell you something interesting. But anyway, go ahead.
And now they come to Lvov and start pushing for their rights. Now they come to... We are free in a free country. We are in Lvov. They never spoke Russian there. She's speaking Russian.
Yeah, she's speaking Russian.
Yeah. Oh. You pigs come to Lvov, so be so kind as to at least speak Ukrainian on the street. At least appreciate and respect people, their traditions and all. You are without a corner, without a tribe. It's not clear who you are. From the Kherson region, this Crimea. All sorts of people lived there. A bunch of beggars lived in Kherson. Just beggars. I can't even remember decent people. Those who only squatted constantly. Now I think everyone is doing it too. And they say the Odessans, shame on Odessans, disgrace. We are Odessa. We are Odessa. We are a Russian city. She's talking about a quote from them. You almost shit your pants with anger when they remove this Catherine monument. Catherine, who destroyed the Zaporozhye Cossack tribes? We are not like that. They get freaking shelled and they say we are not like that. We are not Ukraine. So how should those people who sit in their trenches and protect you assholes from North Korea behave? We are not like that. We are not. But what are you like? Do you want to be in North Korea? You frickin' Odessa residents? Yes, I officially declare about all Odessa residents. I wouldn't even listen to this woman. You are assholes, especially those clowns and idiots who speak Russian.
But she's speaking Russian.
Yeah. And whatever you do, even though you show the children who died in the... How they bombed children. They speak Russian anyway. Whatever you frickin' do.
You get the idea. She's not very happy.
Well, I'll tell you what. She's a crazy woman. That's what the people that I was told about that live in Ukraine before, that they're like mad. They're like,
West.
Yeah, they're crazy. There's something crazy. There's just, I don't know, something in the water.
Something in the water.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just crazy people. They got like a chip on their, these were actually, obviously, these people are indoctrinated, heavily indoctrinated with fake history and this nationalism that's, and I think a lot of them, the men, are already dead. So that's why you're probably seeing a lot more women than the ones that have the Azov tattoos on and all that. Very, very, very sad that they do this to people. They know, with starting out with, children's books and things like that. And like we showed some of that stuff, and I remember when that one about the child and the Russians and how they've never seen a toilet before, and even though they're far more advanced than the Ukrainians.
Yeah. Here's a trophy. Bradley, U.S. Bradley.
Oh yeah, heard they got another one in very good shape.
That's a good show.
Yeah, I think they've probably got enough of them now.
They got a few of them now.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're up to. Bradleys have taken out.
Yeah.
And this morning they were complaining about Russia bombing Kharkov, and killing people and all that. But he says, guess what was in there and why they bombed?
Oh, I think I heard about this. There was there
was two.
Let me guess. Well, at least one, I think, was a warehouse, right?
Oh, yeah. Besides that, but there was these two MRLS systems, multiple rocket launch systems, were firing rockets into Belgorod.
Wow.
Yeah, and killing civilians, and then they got taken out.
Wow.
So this is there's one. A big hole.
Oh, I was thinking of a different thing. There's maybe I thought it was like a sports area or something. And
yeah, the Ukrainians come in and cleaned everything up and said, "Oh look," like moved all the equipment and said, "Oh look, they're just bombing."
Innocent places, innocent people.
Yeah. So in fact, this one here is in infrared, and you'll see them. There's two of them there, see?
Oh. Not at all.
Which is a war crime. They're not supposed to put it inside civilian areas. Oh, there goes. Maybe we should turn the music down because YouTube doesn't like it.
Oh yeah, that's probably a known song.
Yeah. So they were saying, the Ukrainians were saying, oh, they bombed Kharkov and blah 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 blah. But
They
this
were
is
just
why.
minding their own
business. Yeah. And of course, all these rockets went off.
Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, that looks kind of suspicious. If it was just some house or something.
Hmm.
Wow, a lot of explosives in there.
Yeah, so there's that. And
I keep forgetting to mention that those terrorists, you probably read that they tested positive for drugs. They had drugs in their system. Right? I just, as a side note, I kept forgetting that.
You might want to, this has got subtitles. It's a Ukrainian soldier talking about, well, yeah, well, look, he's got no legs. So we'll have a look at that if you want to read that. If you want to start.
Okay, why didn't they come for us? What are the losses? And then I learn about our losses. And in general, what was happening during those days? I had a desire to shove a grenade in his beep. 3 letters. He's a butcher.
They're talking about, what's the guy who's running the army now?
Oh, Syrskyi.
Yeah.
He does not take our lives into account to such an extent. He lies to your face and sends you there. Sounds like the West. And he doesn't care that you'll die. He really does not give a damn. And you feel it. How much does he doesn't care? It's like he hates us, as if we irritate him. And he's Russian too. Don't know. Well, he's 27 years old. And 27 years old, what can he understand in this life? Syrskyi is 27.
No.
Maybe he's talking about his commander. To curry favors, then I saw when in Zaporozhye they were awarding National Guardsmen. And I see my battalion commander standing
He must
there.
be talking about his battalion commander.
Taking pictures, getting awarded. Yeah, look at that. Like, and he's full of swear word. Yeah, wow. Yeah, it's terrible. We call them arse kissers. So, yeah. I don't know if you have any more Ukraine stuff, or should we can mention other things.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Well,
I don't know if you've seen this. We'll just go with a bit of a US thing.
Okay.
This is interesting. Ready? Read this.
About 2 million people now on U.S. terrorism watch list. 2 million. That's
2 million.
Good luck on that one.
2 million.
Jeez, good luck on that one. I remember when they were saying that anybody that respects the U.S. Constitution enough to have a bumper sticker on their car is labeled as possible terrorist. Isn't that incredible? Well, actually, the founding fathers of America were labeled terrorists in those days.
Yeah, we've got a Hillary Clinton one.
Oh, I think I saw this.
She's out in public again.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Has anybody told you you are the super predator? Has anybody told you you are the super predator? You're responsible for the deaths of millions. Bill Clinton, you're a genocide supporter. Fuck you, you piece of shit.
Clinton, you're responsible for genocide. You're responsible for atrocities. You're literally helping fucking facilitate the genocide of Palestinian people. What the fuck you have to say for yourself? The fuck you have to say, Hillary?
They were out in Broadway.
You can see you sitting in a goddamn fucking car on the Broadway show. Over 30,000 people are dead, Hillary. I know
34,000? Is that how high the number is now?
feminist women are dying in Gaza. Or are dying. Do you have anything to say? You're fucking coward, Hillary. Fuck you. Fuck you, Hillary.
Motherfucker Hillary Clinton!
Hey,
Hillary Clinton, Ron Clinton!
She's well loved.
Yeah.
Fuck you!
And then she wonders why she lost the election to Donald Trump.
You fucking coward!
She wonders why, because she didn't cheat enough. Yeah. Gosh. Hillary Clinton. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah.
And
When we're running against Joe Biden for president, who would you vote for?
Oops.
For our country? That's a hard question. Probably Putin.
It is?
Yeah, I don't think Putin's as bad as people want to.
You would vote for Vladimir Putin?
I would. Over Biden? Hell yeah.
Vote for Vladimir Putin for president of the United States.
Putin wants to go back to good morality. He doesn't allow.
Gosh. Incredible. At least she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
The other people can't. Probably. I don't know. I don't know. Shouldn't say anything.
And talking about Ukraine, it's got 3,000 Wagner have joined the Chechen forces.
I'm wonder what's going on with Wagner.
Yeah, all 3,000 have just joined the Chechens.
Yeah, I know they got along really well.
Yeah, Akhmat.
Okay. But is there a Wagner anymore?
I don't know.
Maybe they're training people in Belarus is already over.
Well, maybe.
But I think they're still here. I think there's still a Wagner.
And this one from Telegraph. UK military couldn't fight Russia for longer than 2 months.
Yeah, I saw that. I think that was even, yeah, I saw that. I think a lot of them have been saying it. In all scenarios, I think all of NATO, they couldn't, what do you say, prevail over Russia.
And I don't know if you've seen this one. Sorry. Don't know if you've seen this one. Government-funded NGOs linked to NATO are interfering in European elections.
Yeah, I'm sure. Sure they are. They certainly are. U.S. and NATO and EU, they interfere in all elections. It's one that doesn't is Russia, but yet they're the ones that get accused. It's incredible. I guess that's projection.
Projection. And of course, they're complaining. Whoops, what happened to that one? They're complaining about China providing geospatial intelligence to Russia, and the US warns them.
Geospatial. What does that mean?
Satellite information and all that sort of thing. Pictures, those sort of things.
Well, I don't know. I think Russia has enough satellites there on their own. Maybe that's some kind
and
of
look at this. This is Zimi,
Sumi.
Yeah, they make one car every 7 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, EVs. Yeah, watch this.
You don't even see any people.
No.
It's all done by automation.
Yeah, like Tesla.
it's kind of clear to see.
Are you a competitor?
To see what China does with money, and the U.S. makes war with money.
Yeah.
Instead of advancing, that's why.
Is China politely saying that UK is irrelevant?
Oh yeah.
Are you a competitor? Are you an ally? Are you a threat? How would you regard your relationship with Britain?
First of all, between China and Britain, from the Chinese perspective, Britain is not a rival, is not a competitor, it is not an enemy, is not an adversary. Britain is just an important country to get along with in peace and in friendship and for mutual benefit. Now, how Britain looks at China, it's up to the British government and people to decide. But I think it would be completely misguided for Britain to view China as an enemy or adversary or a competitor. What do China and Britain compete with? China is the largest manufacturer of automobiles. Competing with Britain? No. China is the largest exporter of EV cars and will lead the whole world in EV production. Is Britain a competitor? No. China will be the biggest and most important producer and R&D in terms of semiconductor in no time. Does that mean that China competes with Britain? No. China will be the leading nation in AI revolution. Is Britain a competitor? No. So I think British government should not overestimate its impact on the global scene and view Britain as a rival of China. China is not. China is a fact. China is a megatrend for Britain to live with and get along with. Let's make peace rather than agitating for war.
That's a very sophisticated way of saying you guys are nothing more than a little ant.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Good. You guys are a worthless country. You don't do anything. And we are,
I've got
advancing.
Yeah, and what else we got here? I'm going to cut YouTube off now because we're going to show some other videos which we can't show on YouTube. So just give me a second if you want to.
So all you people that are out there on YouTube, thanks for joining us. And if you want to watch the last minutes, then just tune in to Rumble, our site on Rumble. Do it quickly.
I'll put the
get moving.
Hurry up. I'll put the link in the description box of YouTube.
Yeah, move your backside.
Can you chat a bit?
Oh, chat a bit. I can talk Bidenese, I guess, for you guys. I should give you the first thing. Chat a bit. That's a Bidenese word. Chat a bit. That means something to do with eating peanuts while you want to have ice cream and you're not getting it. Chat a bit. That's what we call it.
You probably do well.
What?
You probably do well here.
Yes. And then you can do the scummistest, and that is when you are not getting things done the way you want things to get done, or other people are not getting things. It's a scummistest. So you have to do the scummistest, and that's a new word there. And there's you have different. If it's a male saying it, it's a scummatis, and if it's a female, it's a scummatistia, and if it's in a future tense, it's scummatistia. So make sure you guys get that
I've put the link in the YouTube chat, and I'm about to cut it off.
Good, because I can't do this any longer.
Well, you've run out already.
Yeah.
This is very short language
instructions.
lessons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. On YouTube.
On YouTube. Come to Rumble, please. I should have this setup ready to go. End stream. End it. It has ended.